Hello, namaste. Oh, hide my microphone's very bits. Hello, namaste. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share and spend the next 45 minutes or so with you, for this healing event. This is a healing event for my some of my Temple of Balance patrons. That's my patrons that pledge $15 or more. Thank you so much for your support. We have 39 people on our healing list today. And I've got everyone's names in here. Oh, hello, Matt. Happy birthday. It's probably not quite birthday for you yet. Maybe for a few hours, but have a happy rebirth day when it's the 11th for you. So yes, I've got everyone here. I've cut up names and I'm just going to pull people's names out randomly. Our focus for today, our theme, if you like, is connection. So, what I'm going to do is pull people's names out from the bowl. Hi, KantiDevi. And I'm going to then pull a card for that person, very much focused around connection. So thinking about, thinking about as I connect with each person, what the card might mean associated with how connected or disconnected that person may be. So that's kind of my idea with that. We'll see how we go. Before we start, I'm going to smudge. So just let me get my smudge gear here. And I will also, we'll do a bit of connecting too with everybody at some point with the singing bell. So if you can hang around, great. If you're watching the replay, great. If you have to go, then have a great rest of your day. So I'm just going to light my smudge stick and we'll just do a little bit of clearing and preparing for this healing time. Our healing time for connecting. And really thinking about, I like to think of when I'm exploring something, the opposites too. So, how to shift feeling disconnected as well as, connected. So just looking at it from different angles can be really helpful. So, nice big breath. I've got my smudge sticker light here. So just take a nice deep breath and imagine this sacred smoke washing over your body and carrying away with it all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments. And allow yourself to be willing to let those things go that are holding you back in this moment. So I'm just going to stop talking and take 3 big breaths and encourage you to take 3 big breaths too. Excuse me. Sneezing first. Okay, taking 3 big breaths, so big cleansing breaths. Okay, just letting ourselves find our center. I'm definitely going to have to blow my nose. A second. I'll just put out my smudge stick. So just bear with me just a moment. Just excuse me, I'm just going to use a tissue. Okay. So, patrons, take a nice big breath. Now, if you're not on my patron list, you're still very welcome to join in and receive what you need. So what I would be doing, and I guess because, even if you are a patron, you're going to be one person in the 39. So I'd be trusting that you're here for a reason. And I'd be open to listening for anything that really stands out and makes sense to me right now. That's what I would be doing if I was listening. So just a recap, I've got my 39 patrons in here, and I'm going to just pull a name out, and then I'm going to grab a card for you around connecting or connections. Where am I going to put everyone's name though? Because then I want to do some bowl or something. Let me just see if I can put people's name in one of my microphone bags or something. How about this one? I'll put everyone's name after I've connected in this microphone bag. Actually, we're going to do the reverse. I'll put everyone's name in the bag now without dropping any. And then once we're done, I'll put people in the singing bowl, and then we can work with that to do some connecting. So just collecting everyone's names, which is now in this black pouch. And I'll put everyone into the singing bowl. Okay, so take a nice deep breath and we'll get started. So the first person on the healing list today is Natalie Papp. So Natalie, let me just figure out too where I'm going to put you so you don't blow away when you come out of the bag. We'll put you under the singing bowl bell. So Natalie Papp, hello, hi, my Mia Gia, I think. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome, and welcome everybody. So Natalie Papp, now our focus or our theme for this connection is around connections. Good morning, Jew from England. Yes, thank you, I'm glad you're here too. Thanks for being open to receiving. So our theme for this healing event is connections. So I'm looking for the best card for you, Natalie, in regards to your connections and your current state, or what we need to talk about around connections for you. So we have Twin Flame. So Twin Flame, this is connecting with love. And I feel the key, a key for you at the moment in helping you find your connections and maintain your connecting is through love. So this can be connected with love relationships, but it's especially connecting with your love for yourself and really thinking about how you can see yourself through favorable, kind, loving eyes. So your key to connections is love. So putting you in the singing bowl. Thanks so much, Nat. Next is Carol White. Carol, take a nice big breath. And your card focused around our theme of connections is this. The Ladybug. This says it's a favourable time. So this is what I would call the good fortune, I guess, card in the deck. So it feels like this is a very favourable time for you to really think about your connections. So your connections to yourself, to others, to your life, your connections to spirit, your connections to what you're doing, what you're creating in your life as well. And that this has been a very favourable time to think about how you can take your connections deeper. So how can you connect with yourself deeper? How can you connect with your life on a deeper level? This is a very favourable time to explore your connections. So thanks, Carol. Namaste. Next is Rayna Ortiz. Rayna, nice big breath, please. Oh, excuse me for sniffling. Got a little bit of allergies up today. Rayna, your card to represent your connections is this. It's projection. So this is reminding you really to stay focused so you don't lose focus or lose your concentration in regards to what you're trying to connect with or how you're trying to connect. So the key to your connection really is staying focused, really concentrating on what it is that you're doing and apply yourself to that or give it your fullest attention. That feels to be important. So the power of your mind will be your best asset, at least for now, in helping you stay connected. So thanks, Rayna. Namaste. Excuse me, I'll just grab another tissue. Okay. Next is Zeina Baksmaty. Zeina, take a nice big breath and we'll see which card you need. or which guidance we need to share here for your connections. So your card is the bear. The bear says to move out of the rut. So the key for you in helping you reconnect is moving out of the rut that you might have been in lately. So moving out of the cave, moving out of hiding, moving out of hibernation. That it's time to bring more of yourself out into the world. And that's how, at least at this moment, that will help you reconnect with what's important for you. And really, I think, you know, reconnection is, or connection is about what's important. Connecting with what or who is important to us. So thanks, Zeina. Namaste. Next is Rebecca Ross. Rebecca, nice big breath, please. And we'll see what comes up for you. So your key to connecting or reconnecting is the monkey. Here comes the cat. It says cooperate. Oops, hold on a minute. Just put something in my bowl so the names don't fly out. So this is about cooperation. So it feels to me like the key for your reconnection is to think about how you can cooperate. So cooperate, we can also use some other words, like how can you go more with the flow? How can you cooperate with the movement of your life and the way things are flowing and unfolding? So what about cooperation might be worth thinking about? Oh, yuck, you're so gross. Been rolling around in the dirt or something. So what can you think about in regards to cooperating that will help you plug in, if you like, and maintain your connections? So I trust that makes sense for you, Rebecca, and thanks so much for your support. Namaste. Okay, next is Christopher Regan. Nice big breath, Christopher. And we'll see which card you need to help you with your connections. And we'll go with this here. It's the wolf. It says to secure your boundaries. So this is really just, I guess, making you aware that you may be giving your power away, which may be affecting how connected or disconnected that you're feeling. So it's going to be important to think about how you can secure your energy, secure your boundaries, and keep the place within your boundaries, within the fenced off area, if you like, how you can raise the bar, raise your vibrations within the boundaries. And that's going to be the key to your connections or your reconnecting. So your boundaries, so you're not giving your power away. So I trust that makes sense, Christopher, and thank you so much. Next is Allison. Allison, nice big breath. And we'll see what comes up for you. It's this. To help you with your reconnections. You're being encouraged to find a way, is the fox's message. Find a way to reconnect. Make it be so. Make it a possibility, a reality for you to find a way to reconnect. So reconnect with what? Reconnect with spirit, reconnect with your life, reconnect with others, reconnect with yourself. Find a way to make it happen. So this suggests that there is a way that you can find. So be careful of thinking that things are hopeless or that there's no way to reconnect, because there is. And you can find the way. So use your resources, be adaptable, be flexible as you find a way to reconnect with what's important for you in your life. So that's the fox. I trust that makes sense, Allison. Thank you. Namaste. Okay, next is Sarah Jones. So Sarah, nice big breath. Oh, sorry about that. I think I'm getting a phone call. Okay, so Sarah Jones. Oops. If cards fly out, it doesn't worry me. I just put them back in the deck and pick the cards, so I always do. So we have this. It's find a way again, Sarah, for you. So you're also being encouraged to find a way. So use your willpower, your determination, your assertiveness to find a way to reconnect. So first of all, it might be important to think about what is it that you want to reconnect with? Who is it that you need to reconnect with? Work out what it is that you're feeling, or who it is that you're feeling disconnected from, and then find a way to reconnect again, to plug back in. Relationships around reconnection can be interesting and tricky because as individuals grow and as individuals don't grow, we kind of, I don't know if disconnect's the right word, but we get a little bit out of sync. So then we have to make a little bit of extra effort to get back on the same page again and get reconnected, if that makes sense. So you're being encouraged to find a way as well, Sarah. So there's a way to make it work. The key for you, though, is to work out what it is that you're feeling disconnected from first, and then look at ways of reconnecting. So thanks, Sarah. Namaste. Okay, next on my list is Elaine Thelen. So Elaine, take a nice big breath, please. We'll see what you need to know for this healing time. I think next month, in fact, I should make a little note. I think next month we'll do some type of healing event, like some firework or something next month. I just had the idea, so I'm just writing that down. Some type of fire release or something like that, I think, next month. So, Elaine, take a nice big breath. And your card is this. It's the Lamb. So this is about embracing your youthful side. So the key to your reconnecting at this time is to be playful, youthful, if you can, but definitely playful, creative, and see things through youthful, innocent, fun. That's the word I'm looking for. Fun eyes. So I guess in another way we could say, be careful you're not taking things too seriously. To perhaps lighten up is the key to your reconnecting at this time. So that's the Lamb. I trust that makes sense for you, Elaine, and thank you so much for your support. Okay, next is Courtney Smith. So Courtney, nice big breath, please. And we'll see what comes up for you. And it's this here. It's the unicorn. It says psychic gifts, spiritual intuition, and trust. So the key to your reconnection is trusting in your intuition, that your intuition is really strong. So the key now of working with your intuition is to trust it. So as you trust more in your intuition, and as you build that, because it's something you build and grow upon, it's not something you suddenly get overnight. As you trust more in your intuition, then that's the key right now, at least, to your reconnection. So to reconnect, trust more in your intuition. See how that sits for you, Courtney. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, next is Avril Daly. Avril, nice big breath, please. So it's probably good, doing something like this in this way, because we're kind of exploring connecting or reconnecting or reconnection from some different angles as I'm connecting with different people. So as a bigger picture sort of vision or viewpoint of this experience of our time together today, it could be quite enlightening to think about connection in different angles from different ways, to really make sure that we're as connected as possible, as much of the time as possible. I mean, we're going to have our off days, but if we can stay as connected as possible most of the time, then that certainly helps us get the most of our life experience and to flow with that. Okay, we've got seasonal cycles, so let's honour that featured card. It says take the third card from the top. Okay. So for you, Avril, we have a featured card and an extra here. So this is seasonal cycle. It talks about 3 months. So from now until about the middle of July. And this being very important for the next 3 months to really think about breaking negative patterns. This is the Nautilus. So your key to reconnecting in the long term is to think about breaking your negative patterns and avoid going back to them. So these might be negative habits, maybe negative thought patterns or thought processes or words that you say that are holding you in a disconnected space. So over the next couple of months or the next few months, it might be valuable for you to think about how you can break those negative habits to help you reconnect with who you are and reconnect with what's important for you in your life. So thanks, Avril. I trust that makes sense. Namaste. Okay, next is Sandi Greenham. Sandi, nice big breath. So what might be important to think about while you're connecting and watching is to think about where you're feeling disconnected and what steps might be good for you to think about taking to help you reconnect. So Sandi, your card is this. It's the moth, the Emperor moth, and it says put things into order. So you've been encouraged to get a bit of order happening within yourself, in your life, maybe clearing some clutter as well, but especially putting things into order. And that will help give, it feels to be like a, not cleaner, but a clearer space, a more clutter-free space for you to reconnect. So if there's a lot of clutter going on, and this is probably especially important in the mind, there's a lot of negative thought, clutter, and useless, silly thoughts that we're thinking, and our mind is just full of cluttering thoughts, we're not probably going to feel very connected. In fact, based on my experience, I know that the more active we are mentally, especially with our negative thinking, the less connected that we become, because our mind makes us think that we're disconnected when we're actually not. So think about maybe on a mental level, especially for you, Sandi, is how you can put things into order, how you can clear the clutter and get a bit of order to your thoughts to help give you some more clarity and more focus. So I trust that makes sense, Sandi, and thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, next is Andrea Stuart. Andrea, nice big breath please, Andrea. And your card to help inspire your reconnection, at least at this time, is the Air Dragon. Your mind is powerful. So your mind will either be working with you to help you reconnect or stay connected, or will be working against you and making you feel the complete opposite, disconnected. So your mind is your powerful tool right now to help you stay focused and stay connected. So don't forget the power of your mind. It will work with you or it can work against you. So where is the stance, or what position is your mind taking right now, and what do you need to do to change that or improve that so that your mind can be your asset in helping you stay connected. So I trust that makes sense, Andrea. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, next is Loretta Martin. Loretta, take a nice big breath, please, and we'll see what comes up for you. So Loretta, around connection, or your connections, is... Hello. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. Is to focus. These are all starting to kind of blend together, aren't they? Because I was talking about the mind, and then we had the mind, the Air Dragon, and then I was talking about focus. and now focus is coming up. So there seems to be a bit of a theme sort of happening at the moment. So Loretta, for your key to reconnecting at this time or maintaining your connections is to stay focused. Now this card is especially talking about being careful of naysayers or people trying to push their opinions and ideas of what you need to do that they think is the best thing for you to do onto you. So this is really about holding your ground, staying true to your heart and true to knowing what you need to do. So getting to know who you are, getting to know what decisions you made that led you up to this point in your life. You know all the background as to what brought you to now, and other people might look in and see a tiny snippet. It's like people look in, and when I do a video for half an hour in a day and think that I've been really busy and I'm not resting enough. But I spend a lot of my day actually resting and balancing myself. So, you know, sometimes, in fact, a lot of the time when people look in on other people, they just see, you know, a tiny snippet. So other people won't see what you see or what we know that's brought us to this point in our life. So Loretta, stay focused is your key to reconnecting or maintaining your connections. Now I'm connecting with Tami Dunn. So Tami, let's see what comes up for you. So if you're watching and you'd love to be a part of this next month, you're very welcome to register. You can register on my Patreon page, and you should be able to find the details on the link or the information that goes with this video. So I'll be doing our next one at the end of May. So Tami Dunn, these usually happen at the end of the month, but I'm busy the next 2 weeks, so I'm doing these earlier, just for this month. So Tami, the key to your reconnecting is the lion energy, and it says here, be balanced with your responsibilities. So this is, to me, is about you stepping into your power and especially into your role as a leader, and reconnecting with that leader within you is a feeling here too. So think about, especially if you've been feeling like you're trailing somehow, there's a sort of feeling here of trailing behind, dragging your feet a little bit. You're being encouraged to really think about reconnecting with the leader within you. There's a strong leadership energy that wants to come forward. So I trust that makes sense, Tami, and thanks for your support. Namaste. Okay, next is Chelsea Keith. So nice big breath, Chelsea, and we'll see what comes up for you. Okay. I also want to acknowledge, Chelsea, how proud I am of you. I feel like I want to just extend how proud I am of what you've been through and how you've been dealing with things and how you're traveling. So your card for connection is this. It's the Black Panther. And the Black Panther says to find acceptance. So your key to connecting and maintaining it is acceptance. And it can be one of the hardest things to feel and find genuinely, especially if something's happened in our life that we didn't want to happen. And the only way we can move forward is to find acceptance. So there's something to consider, maybe accepting about something that you're feeling disconnected from at this time to help you reconnect at a deeper, stronger level. So think about acceptance and how that fits in for you. So thanks, Chelsea. Namaste. Okie dokie. Next is Leslie Laagel. Leslie, take a big breath, please, and we'll see what comes up for you. Okay. And it's this. It's our wolf again. It says secure your boundaries. So this is really about keeping your space, your energetic space. So we could say the physical body. And if we are open to the idea that we have an aura or an energy system, and that the extension of that around our body. So I think of that as like an eggshell around my body. Sometimes with this card I feel it like a fence around us. So basically, oh great, thank you, thanks Chelsea and Matt. So basically, this is about honouring your space and keeping your space, your inner space, clear and positive and uplifted as possible. So that that's the key really to your connection, isn't it? So your disconnection at the moment is probably your giving your power away, or filling your energy space up with negativity, or not really, what would you say? What are the words I'm looking for? Because I got this feeling of draining your energy, or the feeling, the words I want to use, which probably aren't quite right, but the feeling of almost not caring, not caring about who you are, not caring about how you feel, and that is also draining your energy. So I feel the key for you is to think about how you can uplift and reboost your personal energy space and keep your boundaries clear and strong and healthy. So thanks, Leslie. I trust that makes sense. Namaste. Okay, next is Jane Larson. Jane, let's see what comes up for you. Okay, your key to reconnecting or maintaining your connections is to be on guard, but not to be paranoid. So this just talks about it being on guard in a healthy way, not being paranoid about your protection, or other people attacking you, and being paranoid of things like this on an energetic level. So the fiddler crab wants you to I'm really drawn to the claw on this, the fiddler crab's claw, and holding that out in front of you, and just being on guard a little bit, I feel. So this is kind of the opposite of what I usually say, because I'm always encouraging us to open up and let ourselves be vulnerable and raw. But there are some situations and around some people where that doesn't actually work. That doesn't actually work very well. So I guess just if you don't feel safe to be yourself, and if you don't feel safe to be vulnerable and to be yourself in a certain situation or around a certain person, that's okay, because you're actually loving yourself enough to recognize that you're not this. Some people don't understand on the level, or the words that we're trying to express, and that's okay. So I feel it's about picking and choosing, not necessarily our company or your company, but picking and choosing how much of your guard you let down in certain situations. So this will be a key to your connections as well. So it's not about laying everything on the line for every person that you meet. It's about letting your guard down with the people that you feel safe to be around. And that, to me, feels like the key to your reconnection at this time. So I trust that makes sense for you, Jane. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, next is, oops, hold on, I've got lots of names coming out. Let's grab this one. It's Janice Chalmers. So Janice, take a nice big breath. We'll see what comes up for you to help you with your connections. And we have this, the wolf, the different wolf. We've got 3 wolves in these decks. This deck. It talks about the cycles and really going with the flow and trusting the flow in the movement of your life and the different cycles that you're going through. So this is really about getting further into the flow and letting your resistance and your digging your heels into your life about the things that you're not really happy about, and just see what you can do to surrender that and go with the flow a little bit more. And you might find that you feel more connected to your life and more connected to yourself as you surrender to the cycles and the flow and trust them as they move forward in your life. So I trust that makes sense. Thanks, Janice. Namaste. Okay, next is Ann Osias. Ann, nice big breath, please. Such a beautiful day here. The autumn days can be so nice. So Ann, your card for connections is this. It's the butterfly, and it talks about following your passions and opening your heart, taking action to move forward. So not holding back your light and not clipping your wings. That the key to your connections, especially connecting more with yourself and with your life, is to let your wings open up, to not dim your light, and let your passions start to rise and brew and become a part of your life. So I also feel reconnecting with your passions. That feels to be important. So what are your passions and how can you reconnect with them? So it feels very exciting. So thanks, Marianne. I trust that makes sense. Namaste. Next is Gayle McCoy. So Gayle, nice big breath, please. Okay, we've got this card here. It's delegate. This talks about ask, plan, organize, and assistance. So to help you reconnect, I feel it's going to be important to take the pressure off yourself, Gayle, and maybe ask for help, delegate chores, spread the load, look at your schedule and make some adjustments if you need to. But the key to your reconnecting is to take the pressure off yourself. So think about the areas where you feel pressured or overwhelmed, and what can you do to help yourself lighten that load so that you've got more energy to reconnect with the things that are important for you. So I trust that makes sense. And thank you so much, Gayle. Namaste. Next is Isabelita Rivera. Isabelita. Nice big breath, please. Welcome, everybody. I trust you're enjoying our time together today. That something shared is helpful for you. So, Isabelita, we'll go with this card for your reconnection or your connections. Here, it's support, comfort, reassurance, and loved ones. It's the support energy. So it's important for you to remember that you're supported, that you are not alone. This would only come up if you've been feeling unsupported or on your own, alone. And we're never going to feel connected if we're feeling alone, because feeling alone is basically feeling separate. And we can't feel separate and connected at the same time because they're kind of opposites of each other. So the key to your reconnections is to really believe and trust and know in your heart that you are supported, that you are loved, and that you are not and never are ever alone. So your knowing of that and your increasing of that is going to naturally help you reconnect with who you are and reconnect with what's important for you in your life. So it's time to recognize that you're supported and believe it to be so. Make it a truth for you. And you might find it helpful to use affirmations like repeat to yourself things like, I am supported, I am loved. And go at your reconnections from that angle, and naturally you should be able to reconnect. So thanks, Isabelita. I trust that makes sense. Namaste. Okay. Next is Marguerite Pepper Brady. So Marguerite, it's your moment now. So take a nice big breath. And we'll go with this card. It's the elephant. So your key to reconnections is, well, this is the family card. So it could be connecting with the family and reconnecting with your family members that maybe you've lost touch with. That would be a really important thing to think about reconnecting with at the moment. There's also a feeling here with elephant of, plodding along, taking one step at a time. So not rushing, but trusting in the movement and the plodding of your path right now. That you don't have to get too far ahead of yourself, and you can trust that. But reconnecting with the family, or a family member, or some family members who you may have become disconnected from, or time has passed, you haven't really seen them, and you've been thinking about them, may be worth reconnecting and see how that helps boost your connections. So thanks, Marguerite. Namaste. I trust that makes sense. Next is Kimberly Veness. Ouch. It's got a little splinter under my nail. But it's gone now. Okay, Kimberly Veness. Okay. Kimberly. Okay, your card is this here. It's expression. So your key at the moment to reconnecting is expressing yourself. So this is expressing verbally, or maybe writing down what you want to express, or creating, or body movement, poetry you may want to express yourself with. It doesn't matter how you're expressing yourself, but expression helps the energy move, just like listening to our emotions. So your key at the moment for reconnecting is to express yourself. Don't allow things to bottle up inside, but let the energy move by expressing yourself and being really honest with how you feel, and expressing that, delivering what you have to say or what you have to do to express. So I trust that makes sense, Kimberly. Thank you so much, and namaste. Okay, next is Martha Samuels. Martha, nice big breath, please. We've still got a few people in the bag, so I'll still be here for a little longer yet, and then we'll do some singing bell with everyone in the bowl, sitting in the bowl, to help you reconnect. Or connect. Reconnect or maintain your connections. So Martha, your card is this here, light codes. So this is about connecting with your ideas, your inspirations, and remembering who you are. The new energy that wants to come into your life. So this is new energy that wants to come in, and it might be worth connecting with that. So when we look at this from a sort of an opposite perspective, it may also be worth thinking about what's cluttering you, or what needs clearing out, so that you've got room for this new that wants to come in, that's calling for you to connect with it. So what's calling you that's new, and how can you connect? How can you connect with what's new that's coming in? New ideas, new inspirations, new beginnings, opportunities. Thanks, Martha. I trust that resonates, and namaste. Okay, next is Suzie Nicholls. Suzie, nice big breath, please. And your card is this. It's the unicorn. So the key for you, well, actually, it's your spirituality and connecting with yourself on a spiritual level. And I feel that that's been neglected, and you will know that as you listen to this. So you will know, you will feel that this is true for you, if it resonates. But there's a feeling here that your spiritual reconnections are what's really important to think about over these next couple of days, or this next week or so. How can you connect more spiritually? You have to make time for it. I mean, there's always things happen in life that will take us away from our spiritual interests and the things that we usually do on a spiritual level. So it's about now making time to reconnect with your spiritual side. And this will be something you would have been thinking about, I'm sure. So thanks, Suzie, and I trust that resonates. Namaste. Okay, next is Nicole Wiggins. Nicole, nice big breath for you, please. Be open to receiving what you need. And actually, before I pick your card, I'm just going to use a tissue. Okay. So, Nicole Wiggins, what's it going to be? What are you feeling? Disconnected from, or what do you need to reconnect with? Let's have a look. We have the flamingos. So this is about reconnecting on a social level. So have you been a bit antisocial lately? I mean, we don't have to be social butterflies. Not many people are probably like that. So, you know, it doesn't mean you need to, you know, flip over a coin and suddenly be a social butterfly. This is about those moments where you, or we probably tend to hold back on a social level, and we just choose to not interact or not participate in something on a social level because we're too tired, we don't feel like it, that sort of thing. So this is kind of a rut that we can tend to get into, this antisocial behavior. And it's something maybe for you to think about, Nicole, is how can you reconnect further with yourself, but maybe also reconnecting with friends, reconnecting with people that you've maybe become disconnected from, people that have been on your mind lately that you've been meaning to call or meaning to contact. It might be worth thinking about how you can reconnect with these people that are important to you. So on a social level. So I trust that makes sense. Thanks, Nicole. Namaste. Okay, next is Elle Du Bois. Elle. So Elle, take a nice big breath, please. And we'll see what's coming up for you to think about in regards to connecting. And we have this. It's purification and cleansing. So you've been encouraged to really think about clearing the clutter. So clearing the clutter physically, so toxins in your physical body, emotionally, mentally, as well as clutter around you in your home space or in your living space. That this clutter, as it's cleared, so as you purge, as you cleanse, this will make room or space, if you like, to help you with your reconnecting. So if there's too much clutter, like I said before, or too much old energy that's clogging things up, or toxic energy or negative energy, it's very difficult to connect with anything for very long because there's just too much occupying our energy and occupying our space. So cleansing might be something worth thinking about for you, Elle. So I trust that makes sense, and thanks so much for connecting. Namaste. Okay, next is Angie Griswold. Angie, nice big breath, please. So Angie, the best card for now in regards to your connections is this. It's the sensuality card. It's a featured card which says to breathe deeply and take a random card. So take a random card on your behalf, and it's Archangel Michael. So we have these two cards talking about your reconnection. So we've got love, we've got sensuality, we've got reinflating yourself. So if you've been feeling deflated, flat, separate, disconnected, then the dolphins are reminding you that you have the ability to breathe life back into yourself again and reconnect with your life and rekindle your relationships, especially your closest relationship. And Archangel Michael here talks about securing your boundaries, talks about truth, having the courage to speak your truth and be who you are. So to help you with your reconnections, you're being guided to really think about the truth in your life and the truth in your closest relationships and what might be deflating you in those, and how you can reconnect and revive. That's a good word. Revive your relationship and your life again. But it's going to be important to see the truth. So see the truth in this. So there might be something going on under the surface that you need to get to the bottom of first. So I trust that makes sense, Angie, and thanks so much for supporting my work. Namaste. Okie dokie, next we have David Magnus. David, I'm not sure if you're watching. Take a nice big breath. I don't remember seeing you, but I haven't been looking all the time. So David, nice big breath, please, and we'll see what comes up for you. And we have this here. It's the Nautilus. So it says to break negative patterns and avoid going back to them. So these are habits that you've gotten into, maybe something that you may perceive as negative, or something heavy, something that you don't really want to be doing that's holding you back, but something that you're in a habit or a pattern with. So you're being encouraged to crack open your shell, break those habits down, those negative patterns down, so that you can reconnect with what's truly important for you in your life. So try not to get too hung up on the past, is a feeling here too, and allow that shell that you've put over yourself to protect you from being hurt, allow that to crack and break down, because it's actually holding you back from connecting as well, especially connecting in with people closely is the feeling there. So I trust that makes sense, David. Thanks so much for your support, and namaste. Okay, next we have Charley Ross. So it looks like we've got about 8 or 10 people left in the bag. Charley Ross, it's now your time. So nice big breath, please. Okay, just sort these out a bit. Okay, Charley. And your card is this. It's the monkey. It's reminding you to cooperate. So don't be too stubborn. Don't be too stubborn and inflexible, especially with an area of your life that you're feeling disconnected from, or feeling detached from, or not feeling much of a connection with. Think about how you can cooperate or be more cooperative, be more flexible and adaptable, rather than rigid and stubborn and stuck. So that will be the key, or something to think about in regards to your connections. Got cat hair on my lips. Thank you, Charley. Namaste. Thanks for your support. Okay, next is Pamela Florea. Pamela, nice big breath, please. These seem long, but I actually used to, back several months ago, these used to be 5, I think, 4 or 5 hour-long events. So 1 hour-long event, which will probably go for a little bit over, feel or seem short compared to 4 or 5 of these. So it's interesting, isn't it? Well, I find everything interesting. So Pamela Florea, your card, I think I know which one it is already. I think it's the lion. It's that, yes, it is the lion. So the lion says to be balanced with your responsibilities, to step into your personal power, your courage, your strength, and knowing that you can overcome whatever you're dealing with, that you can move forward in your life, that you are actually stronger than you realize. So to help you reconnect or maintain your connections, the key to this is developing your personal power a little bit more, increasing your confidence in who you are and how you connect. So I'll leave that with you. Thanks, Pamela. I trust that makes sense. And thanks for your support. Namaste. Next is Fiona Coughlin. Fiona, nice big breath, please, Fiona. And we'll see what comes up for you. Whoops. So Fiona, your card is this. It's the light codes. So this is new energy that wants to come in. So you've been asked or reminded to get the old energy out so the new can come in, and also be open and receptive to new ideas, new opportunities coming into, and breaking any old habits that you've gotten into, or routine things. Routine things can actually be quite limiting and create like a stale, stagnant energy in our day-to-day life. So be open to new stuff, new ways of doing things, especially routine things that you've come to just accept as part of life. For more pep and reviving parts of your life, and more excitement to come forward in your life, you've been encouraged to welcome the new. Let it come into your routine, everyday things. So thanks, Fiona. I trust that makes sense. And thanks for your support. Namaste. Next is KantiDevi, you were here earlier. KantiDevi, nice big breath. We'll see what comes up for you. Okay, we have this here. Oh, it's the turtle. The turtle says slow and steady. So just keep pacing yourself. There's a feeling here of no rush. No rush. Just take your time, slow and steady. And oh, great. I'm glad you're still here. Oh, hi, Rayna. I didn't see you here before. So yes, slow and steady. Just keep pacing yourself, especially in regards to your connections. So to help you connect, just go slow and steady and feel a connection in the slow and the steadiness. Feel a connection in the slow, steady passing of moments, which sometimes feel, well, very fast, but see if you can capture the slow and steady pace and connect with those on a moment-to-moment level. It feels to be exciting. So thanks, KantiDevi. I trust that makes sense. And thanks for your support. Namaste. Okay, next we have Radzy. Radzy, nice big breath, please. And we'll see what comes up for you. Okay, we have this for your connections here. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's the lion. So this is again talking about stepping into your power and your role as a leader. I'm pretty sure I talked with you about this earlier, but this is about stepping into your role as a leader and reconnecting or connecting with the teacher, the leader within you. And that the leader is also always learning. So the balancing the leadership with learning and learning, leading, teacher, student, that sort of energy coming forward, and really using that to help increase your confidence and your courage to step forward in your life, especially in the role as a leader or a teacher, and reconnecting or connecting with this side of yourself, the leader side. Seems like we have quite a few leaders today. Next is Kimberly Revel. Kimberly, nice big breath, please. And we'll see what comes up for you. Okay, Kimberly, your card is this. It's to stay focused. So you've been guided to stay focused on what's true to you, not what other people are saying or telling you what's right or wrong about you and your life, but about what's true and right for you. That you can focus on that. And this is the key to your connections at this time, is to stay focused on staying true to yourself. You know why or what's led you to this point in your life. So you can trust that. Other people won't get it necessarily, and that's okay. You don't need to convince them or try and persuade them to understand what you understand or believe what you believe. So just hold strong in your own sense of self, your own truth, and focus on that. That's the key to your maintaining your connections at this time. So thanks, Kimberly. Namaste. I trust that makes sense. Okay, now it's Angela James, which means we only have 2 names left in here. So Angela James, nice big breath, please. We'll see what comes up for you. And then I've got 2 more names to pull out, and then we're going to do some singing bell energetic work to help with connections. So Angela, your best card for connections or reconnecting is the owl, the masked owl, who says to be optimistic. So remain hopeful and optimistic that things may work out more successful or better than what you think right now. So just be careful your mind's not having you blow things out of proportion and lose hope. So stay hopeful, stay optimistic, and that's the key for your reconnection at this time, is to be optimistic. Things may not be as bad as what you think. They may not turn out as bad as what you think either. So I trust that makes sense, Angela, and thanks for your support. Namaste. Okay, second last person is Bronwyn Usher. Bronwyn, nice big breath, please. Oops. Okay, we have this here. It's the Cobra Bites with this. Oh, this is an interesting combination. So the Cobra Bite brings a surprise occurrence. It may be seen as positive, it may be seen more on the negative side. I've seen both happen when this card comes up. But whatever it is, it's about aligning us further with our truth. The thing is too, is that part of whatever the surprise is related to this card, which is Chakra Activate. This is about celebration, upgrade, taking your life to the next level. So you're being encouraged to connecting with your truth and make more out of your life on a spiritual, higher, truth-based level. That your life is calling you to upgrade and to celebrate your life and the truth in that. And that this is the key right now for your reconnections. So these are very strong cards. The Cobra brings a very kind of sudden, surprising, sting, shock energy. So there might be something that occurs for you over the next day or two that will help awaken your chakras and take you to the next level and inspire you to do that. So thanks, Bronwyn. Thanks for your support. I trust that resonates. And namaste. That means, Matt, you must be last here. Matthew Keith, you're last. So happy rebirth day again for the 11th, which is today for me. And we'll see what comes up for you as far as what you need to know around connections. So nice big breath. And your card is this here. Abundance. So being open to receiving the abundance that you need. You have abundance all around you. So the important thing now to think about is how open or how closed you are to receiving it. So it's there. It's hovering around in your energy field. So the question is, are you open or are you closed? So to help you connect in with that abundance that is available, you're being encouraged to open up, to know that you deserve it. You deserve to receive it, and it is there for you. So this abundance can come in many forms: good health, opportunities, good flow, extra finances or savings or discounts, just things being in good flow and good movement, something that you've probably asked for. And I feel that that's there. It's knocking on your door, waiting for you to be open to it. So think about where you might be closed off to it and how you can connect in with that abundance that's present all around you. So thanks, Matt. I trust that makes sense. And thank you for your support. Namaste. Okay, so that's everyone from my bag, I think. Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I've got everyone here in my bowl. Oh, yeah. It's funny, isn't it, coming last? Now, I'd want to sort of, don't know how I can play this at the same time as holding it up. This is the bowl with everyone's names in it. I'll see if I can balance it on my knees without it blowing over. And I'm just going to play the bell here just for a few moments to help boost your energy levels and help you reconnect, and really thinking about the things that came up and what might need shifting out of your space to help you strengthen your connections. So nice big breath. Wonderful. Thank you all so much. I trust you've enjoyed our healing time for April. For those of you who are on my healing list, my patrons, thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to connecting with you again next time if you're inspired to continue being a patron. Thanks, Matt. And if you want to join up and register for next month, you can do that anytime on my Patreon page. Just have a look on the link wherever it is on this video. So thank you. So next month we will do some type of, we might do a fire, well, we might do some type of fire release. I might even have my new shed built by then, my new workshop, which would be really interesting after our big fire in the backyard. I think you can probably see my kiln. I saw that in the, oh yeah, that's my kiln sitting there, I think. Yeah, that's my kiln sitting there in the background. It's way too heavy. We can't lift it. So it's just sitting there burnt out. But so we'll see how we go. I'll create a bit of a fire, and I'll let you know the dates of that early in May. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to go straight onto my Facebook page and share some guidance for when what day is it? Thursday and Friday. So I'm going straight over there now. I might see you there. If not, I'll see you again soon. So thanks for watching. Namaste.